Well, what's up, Chester RP Church Devotional Podcast? Hey, thank you so much for joining us again today as we read from the Bible. We are in Nehemiah chapter 6. Nehemiah has found himself being opposed again by Sanballat and Tobiah and Geshem the Arab. They are constantly in the way and constantly bringing problems to Nehemiah. First part of chapter 6, Nehemiah says, I'm not going to go deal with these people. They want me to come down there to the valley and have a meeting with them, and they're going to try to harm me, and I don't have to go be a part of that. I'm not going to do it. I just simply have chosen not to go in that direction. So we pick the story up, and these guys just don't stop. Verse 10, Now when I went into the house of Shemaiah, the son of Delaiah, son of Mehethabel, who was confined to his home, he said, Let us meet together in the house of God within the temple. Let us close the doors of the temple, for they are coming to kill you. They are coming to kill you by night. But I said, Should such a man as I run away? And what man such as I could go into the temple and live? I will not go in. And I understood and saw that God had not sent him, but that he had pronounced the prophecy against me, because Tobiah and Sanballat had hired him. For this purpose he was hired, that I should be afraid and act in this way and sin, so they could give me a bad name in order to taunt me. Remember Tobiah and Sanballat, O my God, according to these things that they did, and also the prophetess Noadiah and the rest of the prophets who wanted to make me afraid. Now, these guys just simply don't stop. They won't stop. Sanballat and Tobiah are constantly coming after Nehemiah. Now, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you have an enemy or someone who opposes you when you're doing the good work of the Lord, or when you're doing something positive or whatever, and they just simply won't stop. They continue to come over and over and over again. And though you have stopped them in every attempt that they have made to get you, they continue to come against you. They continue to fight against you. They continue to come over and over and over again. That's what Nehemiah is facing here with Sanballat and Tobiah and Geshem the Arab. And this time they say, all right, Nehemiah won't come meet with us in the valley. We can't do him harm. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pay this prophet, Shemaiah, who is confined to his home. We're going to pay him, and we're going to get him to trick Nehemiah into going to the temple, so he'll hide in the temple from us. Then we'll come out and say, oh, he's hiding from us. He can't lead you. He's scared to death when his life is threatened, etc. He's no leader at all. And so then they're going to taunt him and give him a bad name. Nehemiah says, ain't doing that. Not happening. The reason it's not happening is because I'm a man who is called by God to do the work God has given me. Unless God specifically changes that call in my heart, I ain't stopping what I'm here to do. I'm here to build this wall. That's what God has sent me to do. I'm going to take this responsibility seriously. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to finish it. I'm going to stay the course. I'm going to complete the task that God has given me. You are not going to send me into a temple and make me wait in fear and keep me from doing what God has called me to do, because Nehemiah says, I understand that God had not sent him there to pronounce the prophecy, because Tobiah and Sanballat had hired him to do it. I can't go and live in the temple. I got to be out here doing the work. I will not go in there and do that. I'm going to be here doing God's work. And if I'm doing God's work, I'm going to trust that God's going to take care of me. If God chooses to not take care of me and God chooses to end my life, so be it. That's God's decision. We're going to go forward, and we're going to do the work God has called us to do right now where we are and accomplish the task. I think that's a wonderful lesson for all of us, especially for those of us who are men in leadership or men who have been challenged with responsibility. We are called to not live in fear, but rather to live in faith, to stand firm, to do what God has called us to do, and wait on Him to advance His kingdom through us, whatever that calling may be. And that's true for every person listening to this podcast, that we are called to do the work God has called us to do. Any number of opposition will come, any number of people opposing us will come and seek to scare us, seek to ridicule us, seek to put us in a bad position so that they can then attack us or expose us. And the reality of it is don't fall for that. Stand firm, stay faithful, be righteous, and continue doing the work, trusting God all along. Nehemiah they attempted to trap him in the valley. Now they've attempted to trap him in the temple. And Nehemiah says, I ain't got time for that. I'm not going to listen to that. I don't have any time for that. We're going to get up, and we're going to keep doing the work, and that's the challenge on all of us. Let's trust the Lord, let's be wise, and let's do the work God has called us to do, knowing that if we do it for His glory, He will be glorified in all that we do for His sake and for the advancement of His kingdom. You guys take care. God bless you. I'll see you next time.